Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to our first initial test run. This is our first initial test run of Only One Truth. Only One Truth. My name is Raheen Ajme, and my co-host is
Sharon Gaylord.
Good Deal. And we're going to talk about only one truth. Only one truth. We're going to get into the meat of a lot of conversation, a lot of things that some people may want to talk about or may be a little apprehensive in regards to talking about these topics. But we're going to tackle them. We're going to tackle them head on, and we're going to tackle them from the angle that there's only one truth, and we are here to tell that truth. Sharon, what would you like to say in opening to the audience? Hello, welcome.
Um, Welcome to the show.
Good deal, good deal. Now, what we're talking about, only one truth. Now, topic today is going to be what is it about men that women don't understand, and what is it about women that men don't understand? Um, and I'm just gonna kick this thing off. I'm gonna ask the question: why is it when we go out to eat together, we go out to eat, and you order a salad, and I order what I want, which is not a salad? Why is it? Why do you order the salad and then want to eat off my plate?
That's just what we do, Raheem. I like salad, so depending on what you order, I try to order what I want, and then that way I don't have to worry about eating off your plate.
See, yeah, and that's good. You order what you want, which is a salad, and the waiter or the waitress is there. They take the order. What do you want? I ask you what you want, and then by the time the waiter come over there, I order for you. I say she wants a salad, blah 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 blah. Now, what do you want? I tell them what I want. Say if I want a steak, I want a steak. I want this. I want that. Okay, food come out, appetizers come out. We eat. Then entree come out, and you got this nice little cute little salad. Nice little cute little rabbit food plate. Yeah, that's okay, rabbit. That's what you got. And my steak is looking good. I got everything around it. I like my little peas with it and all kind of stuff. My mashed potatoes with the stuff, all the stuff on top of it. My plate is looking good. You start eating your salad, and I'm eating my salad. We don't bless the food. The table is ready. All of a sudden, in the middle of me eating, why do I see a fork coming across the table?
Because your stuff looks so good to me.
But you had a chance to order the same thing I ordered.
That's true. I did have the opportunity to order it, but at the time when I ordered, I wanted a salad. So by the time I got halfway through my meal, you still had yours, and yours looked inviting. So therefore, I got a piece of
Where
yours.
the invitation come from?
I didn't need one. It's an open invitation.
Okay, you say it looked in like okay, okay. That's one thing that I don't understand because it's a lot of things that's going on and that's just the surface. I'm sure you're gonna have one that you're going to say and fellas, let me go ahead and put this out there. I know one of the things you're gonna say is something about this seat. Now watch this now. Y'all watch. She's gonna say something about the seat. But what are some things about men that women don't understand?
Um, Really, I think that a lot of women don't understand when a man says that he doesn't want to do something. Say, for instance, if I say I want to go somewhere, but my partner says he doesn't want to go. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
times we don't understand that because when we're going to certain situations, normally people are coupled up and you
Mm-hmm.
want them to go, but they say no. And then, we get attitudes because of the fact that they say no, but truly they have a choice not to.
No, no, we don't. No, we don't.
So you do.
No, we
You
don't.
do. If you
We
don't
have
want to go, if you
mm-hmm,
don't want to go, then you shouldn't have. I mean, if you don't want to go, then you just don't go. I mean, if I would have given you, a lot of times I might do stuff spontaneous,
mm-hmm,
and then you may not want to go with me.
mm-hmm,
You might want to just sit home.
mm-hmm.
I may not understand it because I think that when I invite you to go somewhere, you should, but I have to accept it for what it is because I can't make you do what you don't want to do.
Let's paint this picture. Let's paint this picture for a second. Okay, I don't want to go. You
Hmm.
say, let's go. We had a little conversation. We have a little conversation. And I determine I don't want to go. You go, I'm gonna stay here. And you go. You go, go to the function, have a good time. What is the odds of when you come home, there's no repercussions behind that for me for not going?
There aren't any. I mean, there
Oh,
are. There are. No,
oh.
no. I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna take that back. I'm going to say
Mm-hmm.
that you chose not to go. So when I do come back home, don't ask me questions about the event because if you want to know about the event, you should have gone.
So you're saying to me, there ain't gonna be
No, I'm
nothing.
not saying that. I didn't say that there won't be any consequences because
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty much sure, I'm gonna be a little pissed off because you
Mm-hmm.
didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like as your partner, you should have gone with me. But you have that choice
Mm-hmm.
to deal with what comes once I get home.
I'm tired. I had a long day at work. I want to just come home and just relax. I mean, and see, it may be a little different had I known ahead of time. But sometimes y'all don't tell us ahead of time. Sometimes we come home and all of a sudden now we going over here. Wait a minute. My plans were to stay home, relax, get in front of the TV and find something on TV that I could look at until I go to bed. That was my plans. But now all of a sudden you come home from work and you and your girls got together at work and now y'all want to get together and do something as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
What they got to do with me?
It got a lot to do with you. It has everything to do with you. I mean, it's not often that I might say, hey, let's go do that. But when I do say it, then I expect for you to go with me. Because if you tell me, I'm going to do it for you. So why can't you do the same thing for me?
Now, normally, possibly he would most of the time. But this particular day, and because on this particular day, he had a rough day at work. It was rough. It wasn't easy. And there was a lot of stuff going on. He just want to come home and put all that behind him, leave work at work, come home, relax. Maybe we get together, we get a movie, order some food, and just enjoy the evening together. That's what I wanted to do. But you come in talking about, me and my girls, we say we're going to come out. We want this. They was talking about this nice restaurant. And we want to go to this nice restaurant and enjoy, blah, 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 blah. Mm. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. And then, and see, we know as men, we know that if for whatever reason we don't go, we're going to hear about it later. We're going to hear about it. Why? Why?
Why not? I mean, if I can make a concession for you, then why can't you do the same thing for me?
And normal situations, there's no reason. He should. Honestly speaking, truth of the matter, he should. He should, take into consideration that it's something that you want to do. It's a couple thing. And so because of the fact that y'all are a couple, he should take that into consideration and he should go. But just what if? Just what if? He's just tired. He's worn out. He's had a terrible day. Only thing he want to do is come home, look at your eyes and look into your eyes. And that makes him feel better about his day. The highlight of his day was knowing that he was going to come home and be with you.
He can still be with me, but I mean, and that's he be with me and come on, go out with me and my girls. But in all seriousness, truly. But no, I mean that's what he want to do. I mean, sometimes I'll back down on that.
Mm-hmm.
What I do sometimes I do what's best for the two of us, and that's what he needed. And sometimes I'll give in, but there are other times when I want you to take and do what I want to do too.
Okay, well let's do this. Let's do it like this. What if he say to you, you say, well, look, me and the girls, we plan on going somewhere. Look, baby, listen, I had a terrible day. It's been one of the worst days I had in a long time. Things wasn't going right. The deal fell through that I was really counting on, and I just want to come home and relax with you. Would it be okay if maybe the next time, you and your girls make a thing? I promise I'll go regardless of what my day. But today is just one of those days, baby. I really don't feel like going. Now, if you really want me to go, if you really have it in your heart of hearts that you want me to go, I'll bite the bullet and I'll go with you. But can we just stay home tonight? And what's the silence coming from? That's the time when you're supposed to give me some response.
In that situation, I probably would say okay.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would say okay.
But would you pout?
Not necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't pout. I mean, I would say okay. I would be understanding the situation because sometimes I have days like that too where I don't want to do anything, and he might want me to go somewhere, and I just don't feel like going, and I don't.
Okay. That's good. Now I'm gonna ask this question right here. What happened? And I did a little TikTok on the way here about this right here too. There was a couple. You know how the Atlanta traffic could get sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple, and they was in the car. They was arguing. They was arguing. I mean, they was arguing. And I looked and I said, I wonder who's wrong. I wonder who's wrong. And I'm gonna ask you this question and give me your unbiased opinion. Most of the time, when there's an argument to that level, where they're yelling and screaming at each other, who's mainly at fault? Most of the time, is it the man or the woman?
Oh, the man is.
I think I said unbiased opinion.
I was. I mean, I was being unbiased. Normally, y'all be done said something You shouldn't have said. And then when you get, because one thing about men that's different from women
Mm-hmm.
is when y'all get upset, y'all really say, sometimes y'all say stuff that you didn't want to say or you shouldn't have said. But
Mm-hmm.
women, we're normally, we can hold our cool a lot better than y'all. Y'all don't think before you speak.
I think that's based on interpretation though, because
Mm,
we say something and we mean it one way, but y'all interpretation of what we say takes it to a totally different place. You know,
yeah,
and I've seen brothers say it all the time. I've said it all the time. I didn't mean it that way. No, the way you took it is not. I didn't mean it like that. That's not what I meant.
yeah, but it's the
Interpretation.
way we perceive it. And if we perceive it wrong and we said, well, we thought it was a different way, then
Mm-hmm.
that's at that time you have time to explain the way that you meant for it to go. If
Who
we're
got time
looking
to
at it
explain? Well,
different,
who got time to explain?
you
Man,
got time. If
huh?
you're dealing with me, you have time.
Okay, I can go with that with you, but most of the time, now, come on now. I know you got some sister that you know that the man ain't gonna have a time to say nothing. She's
Yeah.
jumping on with all fours, and by the time he has something to say, something is all out of control now. Now
Mhm.
she mad, he mad. It's an argument.
Mhm.
He didn't mean it that way.
Well, we can only take it by what we thought.
So y'all are right regardless.
Not in all situations, but most of them, the majority.
So when are we right?
When y'all agree with what we say.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Um, what is a manly duty around the house, and what is a female duty around the house, if any?
Keeping my outside. If you take care of the cars, you take care of the yard, I'll take care of the inside.
Mm-hmm. What if you like doing that yard? Some women
Well,
like getting out there in the yard and doing some things in the yard. How do you balance that?
I mean, I like to get out there and plant flowers, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as cutting the grass and stuff like that, I think that the man should do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Now,
think that the man should make sure the cars run. Everything stays like it's supposed to on that.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I'll take care of the inside. You don't have to do anything on the inside. You don't have to cook, clean, none of that.
mm-hmm.
But most women, a lot of women don't feel that way. Some women feel like the man should do the inside as well as the outside. I mean, it's a partnership. It's 50-50.
And let's talk about that 50-50 for a second. If in the household y'all pay bills 50-50, is he
No,
still a man of the house?
absolutely.
Regardless.
Regardless.
What if you make more than him and you pay 60-40? Is he still a man of the house?
Yeah, he's gonna be the man of the house regardless.
Mm-hmm. If he's
It's his
if
house.
even
This is his castle regardless.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. You're a good woman then, because a lot of women don't feel that way. They feel like if they paying the majority of the bill, they make the majority of the rules. And that's
Yeah.
where you have a disrupt. That's where there's an unbalance or disruption in the household.
No, I feel like if he's the man of the house and he's the man of the house, it shouldn't matter about how much money I make or he makes.
Mm-hmm.
He's the man regardless.
Okay. Now, hold on. I'm leading this in. You take the steering wheel. What's on your heart? What are some of the questions about men that another thing about men that women sometimes don't understand, or men don't understand about women?
I think when it comes to women, a lot of times y'all don't understand when, like I'm gonna go with grief. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's the
Mm-hmm.
first thing. A lot of times y'all don't understand how to. Not that you don't understand, but when it comes to trying to deal with comforting a woman when it comes to grief, a lot of men don't know what to do or what to say. So they feel like they're on the outside, even though they may say certain things. But when women are dealing with it, you got to know. You won't always know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that, and a lot of times I don't think men understand that, this is something that we have to go through on our own.
So y'all would rather grieve in silence and not just be expressive?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I just want to be able to have that moment for myself.
Now, see, that's a lot right there, because a lot of times we as men, we got this saying that we failed our mind reading class. And if y'all want time or y'all want to grieve in silence and stuff like that, our thing is, as men, we are fixers. We like to fix situations. If y'all are going through something, we want to make it better. We want to do and a good man want to make sure that you're comfortable, and whatever you're going through, he want to be able to fix it. And if you don't express it or let us know what we're fixing, we can't fix it.
But there are some roads that you have to travel alone. You can't always fix everything.
Mhm.
Even though even though y'all think y'all can or y'all try
Mhm.
to, there are
Mhm.
times when you can't.
Mhm. But where does communication? Why is there a breakdown in communication even in that moment though? Why is there a breakdown in communication? Why can't we talk about it?
And I think that goes both ways. I think that there are times when men are dealing with certain issues when you all don't want to talk about it either.
Mhm.
And even though we may be trying to understand it and trying to help you move through it and
Mhm.
work through it, when y'all have your mind set on doing it a specific way, it doesn't
Mhm.
matter what anyone says, a woman or no one says to you, you're gonna do it your way.
Mm. That's true. That's true. You know, I can't dispute that, but at the same time,
And
we
that's
we've
where communication comes in.
yeah, but we've shifted a little bit because if you all are grieving, if y'all are hurting, I'm gonna tell you something. A real man, if y'all are hurting, then we hurting. If y'all are going through something, we going through something. And I know you say that a lot of times we can't fix it. Maybe we can't, but we like to do our best or put our best effort into trying to fix it.
Mhm.
If only given an opportunity.
And we appreciate that.
Do you?
Yeah, granted, we do appreciate that, but there are just times when you just can't, and only time can make it better.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's just a process that everyone has to go through at some point in their life,
Mm-hmm.
and only time can do that. And even though we want to fix it because we want to feel better,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's just time. It doesn't always happen like that.
Okay. I tell people, and I told my brother this, and I actually told my wife this as well, that when she lost her mother and when my brother lost his wife, um I told him, I said, you know, I can't say, and I told both of them this pretty much the same thing, different situations, but I told him I can't tell him that I understand. I told my brother, you know, he lost his wife quite a few years ago, and I told him, I said, I can't tell you that I understand how you feel because he talked to me, he called me from that I was living in South Carolina at that time, and I drove up to North Carolina where he was, and the day before, right before Thanksgiving, and he told me that she wasn't gonna make it through the night, so I went up there and she actually passed. He and I was in the only ones in the room. The whole family was there, but he and I was in the room with her when she passed, and I was there to help him through it, whatever the case. And a few hours later, he came to me and said, Raheem, he said, man, this is rough. And I told him, I said, man, look, I can't tell you that I know how you feel because my wife is actually at that time she was on her way down. I said, she's on her way here. She's gonna be here in a couple of hours. And so I can't tell you I know how you feel. You just lost your wife, man. I've never lost a wife like that. I can't tell you that I know how you feel, but what I can tell you is that I'll be here for you if you ever need me. You just give me a call. And he looked at me, he said, man, he said, Raheem, he said, that's the best advice that anybody has ever given me. He said, you'll be amazed. He said, you'll be amazed how many people say some crazy things just because they don't know what to say.
Absolutely.
He said they come at you with all kind of foolishness, and he said some of the things, man. He said, man, I felt like slapping the black brother. My brother, he got a real unique vocabulary, but
Mhm.
he said I feel like slapping the out of some of the things that they said to me. But he said I refrain myself. And so my thing is, when somebody's grieving, I understand the process. It's something that everybody grieves differently, but at the same time, that does not change the fact that we still want to help.
I agree. That's true.
Hmm. Hmm. Um, there's there's so many different, and we could dig real deep into this thing. We say we're gonna be 30 minutes, and we're right at 20 right now. But there's so many different levels that we can go into this whole grieving thing. But let's back on topic. We're talking about what men don't understand about women and what women don't understand about men. Um, an ex. Let's deal with an ex for a minute. If you have an ex, you're married, and the ex is real close to some of your family members, and y'all are having a function. Should your siblings invite that ex to the party?
Well,
Oh, she said back, y'all. She said she said back on that one. Okay, here we go. Let's
well,
do
you
it.
know what? Well, that's because my family just finished dealing with that.
Mm.
Me personally, if I'm having a function at my house and my sister has an ex, I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't invite their ex because it's out of respect to my sister. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, you might have been my ex, my brother-in-law at one point, but when you
Mm-hmm.
became my ex, then if she's not comfortable with it, I won't.
Mm-hmm.
You have to ask that person, that family member first before you
Mm-hmm.
just outright go out and do that. So out of respect, no, I wouldn't invite the ex.
Mm-hmm. Now, if she's married out of respect for her new significant other,
Hmm.
that's a whole different thing because he could take that in some kind of way
Hmm.
with
I mean, whether she's married or not, I
yeah.
wouldn't, without her permission. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't invite the ex because it's a matter of respect, and I want that respect more than I want to see that ex. I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
can see that ex anytime out in the street, but
Yeah.
I'm not going. He might be welcome to come over when she's not there, but I'm not going to put that in. I'm not going to make her have to deal with it.
Y'all gonna put it in her face.
Absolutely not. He's an ex for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, that's good. That's good. Under what circumstances would that be okay?
I mean, if we're friends,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. That's a friendship that we have.
Mm-hmm.
It would be okay as long as she doesn't have a problem with it. Now, if my sister has a problem with it, then I'm done with the situation. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to do anything that's going to cause my sister any harm, any
Okay.
pain.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple. Blood to me means more
Yeah, that's good.
than having that friendship with an ex.
Okay. Now we're at 21 after we say we're gonna stop at 30 minutes. In 30 minutes. So I'm gonna ask you this. The name of the show is Only One Truth,
Hmm.
and the tagline is "And we gonna tell it." Ain't that what it is?
That's
Okay.
exactly right.
Only one truth, and we gonna tell it. So tell me some situations where y'all women are just totally wrong. Only one truth, and we gonna tell it.
Um, when you're dealing with your ex partners,
Mm.
um, and if you're in a relationship with someone else and you're not being faithful,
Mm-hmm.
whether you're married or you're in a relationship, sometimes when single parents, single moms, sometimes they, because of the fact that they are single, they won't allow the fathers to be with the children.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, depending on the situation, I think that that's wrong. I think that every child should know who their dad or their mom is. You shouldn't let
Mm-hmm.
your feelings about that other person come into play when it comes to your children, because every children has a right to be
Mm-hmm.
loved by both parents and both sides of the family. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of times, they will, I mean, even with grandparents, the baby mamas will say, because of whatever they're feeling towards the father, or either vice versa, you cut the children out of lives. And I think that's unfair
Mm-hmm.
to to the person that does not have custody of that child.
Mm-hmm.
I think, to me, that's one of the biggest situations that I disagree with when it comes to the children. Because in the end, the kids are the ones that get hurt by that.
Exactly. Now let me ask you this: if you had a girlfriend and
Hmm.
she was keeping that child away from the father for whatever
Hmm.
reason, for her own personal anger or the vendetta that she have against the man, what would you say to her? How would you explain to her and let her know how important it is that child see his or her father and
Well,
have a
first,
relationship or have
well,
a
first
relationship?
of all,
Mm-hmm.
have a relationship. Well, first of all, I would, if she's my girl, she would understand that we can talk about anything.
Mm-hmm.
I would let her know, you're wrong. But it all depends on the circumstances for why she's keeping that father from that child. If
Mm-hmm.
it's just because you're angry at him, then I think that that's wrong. And I mean, me and my girls, we can talk about that, and we do talk about, we have talked about those situations before.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just doing it to be mean, then you're wrong, and I call her on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would hope that if I ever came to that situation, she would do the same.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So sometimes y'all are wrong. Y'all don't
Yeah,
y'all
we
don't
can
have
be,
y'all don't have the monopoly on being right.
absolutely. We can be wrong.
Mm. Is that the
We
only
can.
case?
No, I mean, there are many cases. I mean, when it deals with relationships on different levels, we can be wrong. We see things
Mhm.
differently, most definitely, than what men do. And sometimes we have to take it and bite our tongue and come to terms with what you all are saying.
Now let me ask you this, because this is something that come across the table on the Morning Glow quite often. People talk about child support
Hmm.
and what the child support is, quote unquote, supposed to be for. Because a lot of guys, they'll call into the show and they'll say, "Well, look at here, I'm paying child support. I'm current or I'm behind or whatever, but I'm paying." But every time I see the children, they don't have anything new, and she always got her hair done, her nail done, and all. No, they don't say no. They say nails did and all. They sometimes they have a different kind of dialogue. But what do you say about that? If that child is, if child support is coming into the household, but you don't see any thing where the child is getting anything new, clothing and they're looking a little worn, but she's dressed to the nines. Come on now, come
I,
on.
I can tell you, me personally, from my own personal opinion, is that would burn me up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, you know what, before I look good, my children are gonna look better.
Mm-hmm.
They always come first. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the parents might use the child support to go in the house, but if you can find money to buy stuff for you, you
Yeah.
definitely can find money to take care of those children.
Mm-hmm.
They are first, always.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't number one truth, and we're gonna tell it. One of the things that I have an issue with with my brother sometimes. They be with a young lady, maybe they have a child or whatever, and I don't know. I don't understand why or what the how they're rationing this thing out where when they go pick up the kids for the weekend or whatever, they feel as though they had to have the other significant other with them when they go to the lady's house to pick up the kids. I've never understood that. Why does she have to be there? Why do you have to have? I think it's disrespectful for you to take that woman to another woman's house to get your kids or whatever. She don't have to be in that car. Leave her at home. Go get your kids, and then take the. If they're gonna be around each other, let them meet at the house. Let them get together at the house. But for him to have her in the car to go there and wait in the car and go and get the kids. Why is she there? And
And I
then
think
go ahead.
it depends on the relationship that the mama has with the girlfriend. I mean, if they have an amicable relationship, then I say go for it.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's any tension between the mom and that girlfriend, then I say leave her home. It's a matter of respect to your baby mama.
Mm-hmm. And see, my thing is, I can't say that I have not seen it where it was a good, pleasant relationship, but majority of the time it's not a good relationship at all. I don't know whether the young lady want to get back with the guy or whatever, or there's tension. There's
Mhm.
tension, and because of the fact that there's tension, I think that adds to the frustration when now there's tension. Now you bringing this lady to this your other young lady's house. Yes, you want to get your kids. Yes, you have the right to go get your kids, but at the same time, do you have a right to disrespect this lady's house by bringing her to her house when you know they don't like each other?
Mm-mm.
What are you looking for? How do you think this is gonna turn out good?
No, you're looking for confusion when you do that. If you know that the two of them don't get along, and you bring her to the house, and you're looking for confusion, you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to take and make a point on your own,
Wow.
but
Wow.
it's too much.
Preach, girl. Preach, girl.
Don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't deal with her, then don't bring her to my
Say it.
house.
Say it, preacher.
You're welcome to come get your kids, but you're
Come on.
not going to disrespect my house.
Tell the story, preacher. Listen, I'm looking at the clock and we got a minute. Well, actually, we got a minute and 2 seconds, 3 seconds.
Mhm.
Something like that. I'm gonna let you close us out. Close out the show today, and I invite. Yeah. You can do it, and let everybody know when we're going to be live, when we're going to start, what's the start date, and everything. Give them the information.
Okay, so our show is going to be live starting every Wednesday at 6 o'clock,
Mhm.
6 o'clock p.m. on Wednesdays. We invite you to come and watch the show. When we open up the mic to put your opinions out there, it's going to be a live show, so therefore we want everybody to come in, everybody to listen, and everybody to just put your opinions out there. Change my mind about some of the ways that I think. We all look at things different, so I welcome you to tell me what you think. I'm looking forward to it.
And I'm gonna tell you, I've been trying for years. You ain't gonna change your mind. I mean, I want you. I'm gonna look here. Mm-mm.
Yes, you will.
Mm-mm. I mean, you can try that, and I encourage y'all to please try. Maybe y'all know something that I don't know. Because I've been trying for man, I don't know how long it's been. I've been trying to change my mind, Lord Jesus. Listen, this has been a great episode. This is our first initial episode of Only One Truth, Only One Truth. And we're going to tell it. That's what you're going to get. You know, it's only going to be one truth. We're going to tell it, and we're going to tell it to the best of our ability, what we feel that our truth is. Now, whether you agree with our truth or not, that's where you can call in. And you can call in and you can express yourself as well. If you agree, fine. If you don't, fine. But let's create the dialogue where we can talk amongst each other, and hopefully somewhere along the course of that conversation, we can have we can bring our thoughts together, and we can agree in some kind of way. If not, you walk away as my friend, I'll walk away as yours, and we'll see you again next week. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Y'all have a great day. Thank you for joining us, and you have been watching Only One Truth.